My name's James.
My name's Sarah.
We live on a farm west of Grenfell. It's a mixed farm, so we're running 60% cropping, 40% sheep.
The property is just over 3,000 hectares. Most we own and then we lease some as well.
When it comes to farm planning, there's two big challenges farmers face. One is they're not sure what numbers they should be looking for to help achieve their goals. And secondly, they don't have enough time to pull all this together so they can work on their business rather than in their business.
I guess the biggest problem with farming at the moment has been labour. So traditionally I've done a lot of work outside and then some of the work in the office, but that's been getting harder and harder to get people to help us. So Sarah's come on board.
I came from working off farm back onto the farm with James a couple of years ago, and I suppose the main thing that I noticed quite early on was a lot of information seemed to be in James's head. And I wanted a much clearer idea of our cash flow throughout the year to be able to budget and look ahead.
What we bring to the table is that we give farmers more confidence in their numbers. Our software grabs their numbers and gives them an understanding of where they've been. It also then lets them plan for this season and project forward up to 5 years. Once they see it on paper, they seem to become more confident and become more proactive in their business going forward, rather than just reactionary with whatever commodity prices happen, interest rates, inflation, or droughts that might come along.
Since using P2PAgri, I've found the dashboard's been particularly helpful to give that overall picture of the farm and where we're at in terms of our cash flow and looking towards the future. One of the benefits with P2PAgri is that we were able to easily import from zero and then use those figures, particularly using the scenario feature where we were able to look at machinery purchase, equipment loans, buying another farm. We've found that that was very easy to use and we were able to get an idea within 10 minutes of whether that worked for us in terms of our budget over the next 5 years.
There are a number of ways farmers can access these tools. They can access it by coming directly to us, or if they want a more formal way of doing it, they can go to organisations like Tocal. And the important thing is that they can access it all online.
My initial introduction to P2PAgri was through a chapter in the book Farming the Business, which was written by Mike Krause, and I then looked and found the course, which I did through Tocal. It was once a fortnight an online Zoom meeting followed by a one-on-one session, and that format worked really well for me. It didn't impact with work on farm. Didn't matter where I was located, I was able to log in and do the course, which worked well. At the beginning, I was really worried about the one-on-one session. I just worried that my farming knowledge wasn't going to be good enough, but there was never a problem. They were so understanding. It really gave me confidence that I was able to ask the questions and build on that financial literacy.
Farmers give me a lot of positive feedback in a whole range of areas. And because our tool is a modelling tool, we can do a lot of what ifs. So that's the advantage of a lot of understanding your financial capabilities, understanding the risks, understanding how you'll be able to mitigate. It gives farmers more peace of mind to move forward in their business.
Since completing the course, we've got a much clearer picture of our cash flow. We're able to go into the program throughout the year and update yields depending on what's happened throughout the year.
So it's been really good that we've have it in front of us because it gives you confidence of what your decisions are, that you're making the right ones. With the increase in all our costs of chemicals, fertilisers, fuel, it keeps it very relevant and we know where we're heading.
Before P2PAgri, we looked at our budget a couple of times a year and we seemed to go round and round on decision making at times, particularly with the big decisions. Machinery's gone up quite significantly in the last few years. So we'd spend a lot of time talking before we made a decision. Now with P2PAgri, having the figures in front of us has allowed us to make those decisions quite quickly. And I like the fact that the program, we can look back on the previous years. So over the next few years, I think that'll give us a clearer picture of the highs and lows of farming.